let's take a look at this. I don't know too much about what's going on with MrBeast. I heard something about his, like, supposed Lunchable killers who had mold in them or something. But, like, all sorts of shit is coming out about MrBeast now. Which is fucking crazy. So, the fact that he just got reported to the FBI, I am intrigued. So, let's see what Nia's got to say about it.
Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Neon. I'm not here with Kiki Sparkles in this video. We're going to talk about MrBeast. And it's probably a good thing she's not in this video because I guess this is pretty disturbing. The nerdy nummies lady, Rosanna Pansino, you know, she's been kind of after MrBeast for a while now, ever since the Beast Games debacle, and she's had multiple interviews.
Beast Games debacle. What's the Beast Games debacle? Like, I know that his Amazon show went, like, tits up or something because it was one, like, shit. I don't know anything about that. Yeah, Alex, I've heard it was. I've heard it was, like, run like shit. It was fake as hell. I've heard that kind of stuff. She was third in a competition. They edited it to make her fourth. Oh, really, Dry Cell? Oh, okay.
Reviews talking about MrBeast and all the stuff that she has uncovered. I guess she's working with Dogpack for
and going to the hospital.
And look, I haven't been following the MrBeast stuff super close, but it's getting bad. It's like every damn week. So since we last covered the topic of MrBeast, his reputation has just completely bottomed out. This guy, I mean, it started out that his friend, coworker, whatever, Chris Tyson, was allegedly messaging minors, and things were getting kind of creepy there. And that was the first domino that got knocked over, and then just kind of everything started to fall apart. The Beast Games debacle with Amazon. It turned out that internally they were calling it their version of the Fire Festival because MrBeast demanded that he have complete control over everything. And this is a theme that comes up again and again, and I think this is actually going to be MrBeast's undoing. There's another article. I'll talk a little bit.
There's a lawsuit about the MrBeast burger? Well, I was not aware of that. So this is Neon's on post. So the MrBeast burger lawsuit is going down. MrBeast is complaining about taking a bad deal, and if he were in charge 100%, things would be different. He was in fully charge of the Amazon game show, Feastables, and now Lunchly, and it all turned to shit almost overnight. Ouch. Uh-oh.
About this coming from the information, which is a paywalled site, actually, so I'm not going to show you the whole thing, but they were talking about how he basically is a control freak and that he wanted complete control of the burger operation, and he was using money from that apparently to fund Feastables and to fund Lunchly. And oh yeah, speaking of Lunchly, that was another
there we go.
MrBeast via Rosanna Pansino. Yeah, she was opening Lunchly's, which are the Lunchables competitor that he's doing with Logan Paul and KSI, and it turned out that there was mold in it. And then there was another Twitch streamer who was going to apparently show Rosanna Pansino what's what and open a bunch of Lunchly's on stream, and they found mold too. So now the FDA might get involved. I mean, this guy is going to get it from all sides.
This is becoming the MrBeast story is another chapter in the book of how the mighty have fallen. Because, like, this man was on top. Like, people were praising MrBeast more than they were praising fucking Elon Musk. Like, this guy was the fairy godfather of the world. Only a few years ago, honestly. Where he was doing the cataract surgery, and where he was doing the well digging, and where he was doing the pet adoption thing. Like, he was on top of the world. Now, I will freely admit I didn't like MrBeast content. The first MrBeast content I watched was when he did like an adoption drive for something like, I think it was like 200 dogs. He did this big adoption drive to adopt out like 200 dogs. And for every family that adopted a dog, they got pet insurance and like a year's worth of food, and they got like a bunch of stuff for the dog. And I thought that was great. And then the very next one that I watched was a freaking I'm trying to think of game show comparisons, but it was basically like a survivor game show where they took another like 200 fucking people, put them into these clear acrylic pods, and it was like, okay, this is just another version of fucking Survivor to win 250 grand. And it's like, but this is just another freaking what's the word I'm looking for? It's just another game show. It was another Survivor. It was another Big Brother. And as soon as I saw that, like, if that's the majority of his content, I'm out. I do not fucking care. I don't care about this shit. You had me when you were doing this big, altruistic thing for 250 dogs that needed homes. You had me there. And when the next thing I see from you is we're doing a game show a la Survivor or The Real World or Big Brother, no, that's not altruistic. That is 100% pandering and scummy. And I'm out. I did not. I basically watched a grand total of 2 MrBeast videos, and those were them. And after that second one, I refused to watch another MrBeast video after that because I don't have TV for a reason. I don't have any TV service for a reason because it's all the same goddamn shit. And this is the same goddamn shit. Why would I want to watch that? It's boring and it's stupid.
I'm just saying, I believe this is what happens when you have too much too soon. Too young, and you Icarus yourself. That's what he's going to do. He's going to Icarus himself. So before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. No woohoos, like I said
really,
in this
Corey.
video.
Okay.
MrBeast, I'm sure, is...
Wait, Corey? You said had. Does that second channel no longer exist? Like, did that second channel get Thanos snapped into non-existence? Because I was unaware of the second channel for him. Okay. It's kind of immaterial. I have no plans to watch anything MrBeast does because, let's face it, nowadays, you can't be sure if anything he's putting out is even real in the first place. Based on everything chat's been saying, where they're doing clever editing to make it look like they're doing more than they actually are. And this story, the very stories... very few people are actually believing he's as altruistic as he claims to be anymore.
Having a bunch of boohoos at this point. A lot of the people at the Beast Co. not answering questions or being very obtuse. And I think Pansino is lawyered up because, she's definitely fighting the biggest YouTuber, right? And this guy's got a lot of money. And I don't know. This is coming from Newsweek. It's made Newsweek, right? They said messages allegedly exchanged between MrBeast, including former collaborator Ava Chris Tyson. I got it backwards. I thought it was Chris Ava Tyson. Chris, whatever. That person have been sent to the FBI, according to fellow YouTuber Rosanna Pansino. At 26 years old, MrBeast, real name Jimmy Donaldson, holds a record for the most subscribers on YouTube with more than 320 million followers at the time of writing, according to.
And am I wrong, or has he gone down to just 2-digit million followers? Like oh yeah, Canito, that was a whole thing. They talk about that right here. That's what actually yeah, that was right here, knowingly hiring a registered PDF, which was, I think, Ava Chris Tyson. I think. So yeah, that was a big old thing. But isn't his YouTube channel? Oh no, you're right. No, you're right. It is someone else. I'm mixing up my people. I forget who the you're right, and I can't think of their damn name now. Shit. Chat, if you remember Delaware? His name was Delaware? Ah, okay. Okay, we don't know the name, it's just known as Delaware. And channel's still up, called Beast Philanthropy. That's where he posts most of his quote-unquote humanitarian work. Again, not saying it's real, I think, but that's where he understood, Corey, that you're not saying it's real. But that's where he puts it. Mm-hmm. And he's still at 324? Okay, I thought he took a serious fucking hit to his YouTube subscribership. I thought for sure that he had taken a hit for it, but maybe I'm wrong.
Forbes in 2022, he was earning $54 million a year, mostly from ads on YouTube videos. He has also become known for giving back to his followers, often uploading videos of his charitable acts. That's actually come under scrutiny as well. Apparently, he gives away a very, very small percentage of what he makes, and he can write it off on his taxes. And there's a whole thing going on with whether or not he was running lotteries, kids lotteries, to get his subscriber count up. I don't know. I'll let the courts figure that out. But it's just, we're talking weekly. Weekly, this guy is stepping in it again and again and again. Well, MrBeast has always been loved by his loyal fans. Online opinion of him has slowly started to shift after a video resurfaced online of him using racial and homophobic slurs. I forgot.
I'm gonna say this. This thing of him using racial and homophobic slurs. Number one, what were they? Because, let's be honest, the definition of a racist or homophobic slur is a massive sliding scale. In this day and age, that is a huge sliding scale for what is considered a racial or homophobic slur. You misgender someone innocently, and you're not doing it intentionally, you misgender someone because it was a genuine mistake, and people will classify that as a homophobic slur. So he dropped the N-bomb and the F-bomb, respectively. Okay? Did he drop the N-bomb in a context where he was where he was being racist towards black people? Let me ask that. For those that may or may not know, when he dropped the N-bomb, was it done in a way to disparage or insult black people? Because if yes, okay. If he said it if he used it as an actual insult, fine. If he didn't, who fucking cares? If he used the N-word in the same way black people across the fucking nation do on a daily goddamn basis, that ain't a racial slur. Flat out. That's not a racial slur. If you use it in the same context that black people use it to talk to one another on an hourly fucking basis, not a racial slur. You can try and twist it any way you want. It's not a racial slur when you use it in that context. And no, I do not buy in. You can't use that word. That's our word. Fuck you if you think that way. Because that's racist in and of itself. Flat out. Now, the F word. See, this part of it? Okay, it's not nice. But honestly, are your feelings so weak that him using the F word just rips your world asunder? Really? Like, how often is that used, again, on a daily basis? It's like, it's just another swear word at this point. Well, Bath? Yeah, and I don't agree with that. Wholeheartedly do not agree with it. You don't, ethnicities do not own words. They don't. Hate to tell you, but they don't. And to make any claim that one ethnicity cannot use a word because it's considered racist, while the ethnicity saying so uses it ad nauseum because it's their word, is racist on the part of the complaining party. Flat out. There's no excuse otherwise. I.e., if black people say that other ethnicities cannot use the N-word in the same context that they do when they use it in a familial kind of way, that's racist. Now, if it is used in the context of an insult, if it is used contextually as a racial insult, no. Then the person using it in that way is being racist, 100%. I've said this before. I will not use the N-word in any context because in my head, it is considered a racial insult. And I'm very uncomfortable using it in any context whatsoever. That is my personal feeling. If another individual wants to use the N-word or, Andrea, like you're saying, the F-word, in the context of familiarity that people use it, where it is not an actual used as an offensive racial slur, feel free. I'm not going to say boo otherwise. I'm not comfortable using it. I won't use it. But don't try and tell other people that's a racial slur if it's not being used in a racial context. Context is everything. As I always. And chat, give me 2 seconds. I'll be right back. Okay, sorry about that. I'm back. Alright. So, alright, I've harped on this one freaking part of this whole article too much, so let's continue.
Forgot about that because there's so much going on with MrBeast. I am not keeping track of it. On August 1st, MrBeast issued an apology over the comments. He's also been referred to as a fraud by some for allegedly staging content. He has been accused of knowingly hiring a registered sex offender. Yeah, I mean, any one of these things is enough to get any other celebrity canceled. MrBeast is like, literally, it's every single week there's something else. Additionally, the person claiming...
Yeah, and this is what I was talking about, where Ava Chris Tyson was grooming a teenager. This is what I was thinking of with, like, this one hiring the registered PDF, that I was misconstruing it with the allegations that Ava Chris Tyson is alleged to have been was alleged to have groomed a teenager. I was mixing those two up.
A person claiming to have worked for MrBeast accused him of having prior knowledge of allegations that Tyson once groomed a teenager. That'd be Dogpack 404, which blew up. Apparently, he worked for MrBeast. I don't know how long he worked for MrBeast, but he had some inside knowledge. And the thing is it all kind of meshes. I mean, regardless of what you...
All right, let's see. Tyson has faced recent scrutiny of interaction. Some use social media handle LavaGS. It started when he was 13 and Tyson was 20. Public online interaction between the pair reportedly included references to nude images, sex, and anime porn, hentai. By the way, chat, again, I like hentai. There's nothing wrong with hentai, but it is adult material. It is not for children. Postman take down, publicly apologize, who is now 20. Publicly apologized, and LavaGS, who's now 20, has said that the videos contained massive lies and were twisting the truth. And Beast took to X, saying he was disgusted and opposed to such unacceptable acts. confirming he cut ties with Tyson, hired an independent third-party to conduct investigation. It was revived on Sunday when YouTuber Pansio shared more than 7-minute video purporting to show messages exchanged between MrBeast and his employees, including Tyson. And those went to the FBI.
To think whether or not the guy's being, a sensationalist or whatever, a lot of the stuff does mesh up with what we've seen. And he has provided evidence that, when we were doing this, he was doing that. And here's the video where this was happening and that was happening. And, it could just be a bunch of disgruntled beast people coming out of the woodwork. But now I have this conspiracy theory that I think this might have.
Well, Falcon, I do consider myself a cat girl of culture.
Something to do with him kicking his management team to the curb. He was part of Night Media, and Night Media basically runs, they own the top YouTubers, right? They're like the big agency for the top YouTubers, and a lot of their people are
never heard of them.
getting the media deals and all that. And he publicly kicked them to the curb, and they publicly kicked the burger company to the curb too. And he sounded kind of.
Yes, blah, you have found your people. Come in, we have snacks.
It sounded kind of petulant, and this, we'll talk about that. But this, I believe the root of it is that Jimmy has a very swelled head and a very overinflated opinion of himself. Granted, he is the largest.
Yeah, Eki, I did. Beth? It's for you.
YouTuber on the planet, but I don't think PewDiePie has ever acted like this. I mean, he got busted for that Nazi thing or whatever they paid. But PewDiePie seems like he's pretty down to earth. Jimmy Donaldson, I think, just he's in it for the fame and glory. PewDiePie was like,
he's not only in it for the fame and glory. He's in it for the money. Let's not bullshit ourselves here. If MrBeast, Jimmy Donaldson, was in it only for the fame and the glory, he would not be keeping those millions and millions of dollars. He would not be opening MrBeast Burger. He would not be going into the ventures of the failed Lunchly thing. If MrBeast only cared about the fame and the popularity, then he would give all his money away, which would make him all that more popular. But he's not. He's keeping the majority of the money. So again, as with everything, it all boils down to money. Leo, no. I've said it before, and I've posted to YouTube, and no flags. So I think it all depends on the context I use it. If I do not use it in a term of support, I should be fine. But I've said it several times in other videos before, and of course, in every time I've used it in the context of these are bad people, so should be fine.
I think you could take it or leave it. I think he's kind of left it now, right? And he seems like a pretty solid dude. Donaldson, though, he thinks he's the CEO of freaking some megacorp. Anyway, Tyson faced recent scrutiny for interactions with someone using the social media handle LavaGS. It started when he was 13, Tyson was 20, and then all that stuff got dumped. And now the other shoe is dropping, which is MrBeast is being reported to the FBI. Well, Tyson has publicly apologized to LavaGS, who's 20. They said that they took the videos contain massive lies or twisting of the truth. MrBeast took to X, formerly Twitter, in September to state that he was disgusted and opposed to such unacceptable acts. Confirming he cut ties with Tyson, MrBeast said that he had hired an independent third party to conduct a thorough investigation to ensure that he has all the facts. A lot of people joking that Rosanna Pansino is the investigator. Plot twist, right? Conversation around the allegations was revived on Sunday when YouTuber Pansino shared a more than 7-minute video purporting to show messages exchanged between MrBeast and his employees, including Tyson. Capturing the footage, Pansino, who made a name for herself baking. This is a baker. This is Nerdy Nummies. I never thought that Nerdy Nummies was going to be the one to take down MrBeast. She made a name for herself baking on YouTube. She has more than 14 million subs. She wrote an X that she also turned the message log over to the FBI. Wow. Working to sort through the
Uh-oh.
Mr. Beast company chat logs, here's one part with a few redactions. Now, apparently in this, I don't know if they mentioned it in this article, but they said there was actually underage pictures of Trump's daughter when she was like
Okay, you
13,
guys mentioned this.
and she's not clothed or barely clothed, and that those were in the chat logs too. I mean, this is the thing about Discord. Like, you gotta be really careful.
Wow.
You have to be really careful with Discord because you get some loose cannons in there, and people are gonna screen cap all that stuff. They're gonna screen cap everything. So you have to lay down the law and be like, look, this is what we will and will not tolerate. You cannot post XYZ thing, because it might not bite you in the ass now, but 10 years from now, it might come out.
Let's see. These are from Telegram channel that MrBeast, known as John Smith in chess, used to communicate with Chris Tyson. Trigger warning as they discuss inappropriate topics, especially for children. Hours after sharing the post, which appeared to show a large portion of messages unrelated to work, she stated that she turned the information to the FBI in the hopes it would launch a deeper probe. By a sound with, I have reported why I found my concerns to the authorities. Hopefully they will look into the MrBeast company chat logs. Yeah. Oh, Diphtheria, are you talking about the one with the daughter? That was a magazine from Europe? Is that what you're referencing? Huh? Okay. And even if it was from a magazine in Europe, it's still, it may not be illegal, but then it might still be sketchy sharing that stuff in group company chats like that. And okay, Holster, have a good night.
Out and like somebody says something in a DM or whatever, and it's like, yeah, okay, we can't have that. It said that this is from a Telegram channel that MrBeast, John Smith in these chats used to communicate with Chris Tyson and other employees. Trigger warning, they discuss many inappropriate topics, especially for a company that targets children. Hours after sharing the post, which appeared to show a large portion of messages unrelated to work, Pansino stated that she had turned the information over to the FBI in the hopes it would launch a deeper probe.
You incognito, oh my god. Okay, your little mini conversation there is fucking hilarious, I gotta say.
I reported what I found and my concerns to the authorities to the FBI. Hopefully, they're going to look into the MrBeast Telegram company chat logs and other concerns. Damn. Yeah, so this is quite the plot twist. Here's Deserto's version of it. She reported MrBeast to the FBI after finding disturbing text messages. People were joking that Beast and Diddy are going to share a jail cell. I don't know about that.
Revealed that she reported the Lunchley co-founder to the FBI after acquiring messages from a work chat. She investigated 1,000 leaked messages before employees proved that they knew about the behavior. Why? What? Why did she report? I don't know if Neon's gonna get into this. Why did she report the Lunchley co-founder? Hey, they're referring to. Oh, she's referring to Mr. The article's referring to MrBeast. Okay, never mind. Never mind. It threw me for a second. I thought they were talking. This reporter is trying to be clever by referring to MrBeast as another title, and in this case, the Lunchley co-founder. It threw me for a second.
But yeah, this company feels like it's basically it's too much too soon. Being run by a bunch of teenagers that never grew up. They have entirely too much money. A new YouTube video titled MrBeast Knew All Along, uploaded on October 27th, Pansino revealed that she has begun investigating 1,000 leaked messages between Donaldson and former employees that she claims are proof that Jimmy Donaldson knew about Ava Chris Tyson. Yeah, so if he knew about it for years and he didn't do anything, well, that's not good. If you're selling products to children, I mean, beyond the fact that they're moldy. Well, that's not
Mm-hmm.
good.
Yep.
There's a lot of things in this that are not good.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and
Like, everything... here's the funny part. Every quote-unquote altruistic, because at this point, his altruistic stuff is coming under question severely. Like, nobody believes his altruistic stuff is actually altruistic in any way, that it was all staged. That's the generalized belief, I think, now. Everything is coming down. And as far as him having, like, over 300 million subscribers, again, I will point out once again, subscribership means nothing. It means having subscribers to a YouTube channel means nothing. It is the view counts that actually hold meaning. Because as I've said before, you subscribe to a YouTube channel does not mean you watch the channel. You can subscribe to a YouTube channel, watch 2 or 3 videos from it, and never watch it again. But you forget to unsubscribe from the channel so that your subscriber number is still there. And so, how many of MrBeast's subscribers are actually watching his videos? Or did they subscribe to MrBeast, do what I did? I didn't subscribe, not referring to me subscribing, I never subscribed to his channel. But if they do what I did, where they subscribe to his channel, watch 1 or 2 videos, and go, yeah, this is not for me, and stop watching. So subscribership means nothing. If you're looking for a quantifiable metric on how successful someone is on YouTube, you look at the viewer count. That is what you look at, the viewer count.
And they knew about Delaware. Apparently, Delaware was the sex offender that they hired that they kept masked. This person had inappropriate relations with someone under the age of 18. Do you want your kids buying MrBeast toys, MrBeast candy? You know, I mean, this is hitting the mainstream. It's into Newsweek. I think ABC had something on it too. And she did the big interview, and it's like parents are going to look at it, they'll be like, yeah, I'm not touching that guy's candy bars. You know, I'm sure there's a joke in there somewhere, but yeah, it's not looking good.
Nope.
So I don't know. I don't know specifically everything that's in there. I'm not going to go through it. I'm sure there's some really disturbing stuff in
right,
there on top of the Trump's daughter image. But yeah, if he knew, it's pretty damning, and that's on top of everything else. That's not even including the lawsuit going on right now over the Beast games. That's not including Lunchley getting. I think it's been.
Yes, I would never do that. That's mean. That's mean. I would never do that to anyone. My chat included. The people that I keep in my basement are there voluntarily. They asked to be there.
Been recalled or discontinued already because it's moldy. The Feastables are a failure too. Feastables are on clearance.
I would expect Hinito.
Nobody wants them. They languish on the shelves at Walmart. They cost too much, and nobody really cares. And they're actually not any better for you than a typical chocolate bar. So this has come from the information, and this talks.
Heckle, no Taco Tuesday for you now.
About kind of his thought process and where or why I think this guy's going off the rails. So he was texting with Trey Steiger, who's the co-founder of Congo Brands, the company behind Logan Paul and KSI's Prime Energy drink. So are these the people?
Yeah, and can I just say, the fact that they put Lunchables don't come with a beverage. They put Logan Paul's fucking energy drink into it. Bearing in mind, Lunchleys is something for children. This is for like grade school middle-aged children for lunch lease. And they're putting a goddamn energy drink into it. Yeah, but Leo, they're not putting like sucking Monster into it. They're literally trying to market energy drinks to kids. That alone would be, for me, if I was in a position where I have a child and I need to buy them lunch stuff. The minute I see it's coming with an energy drink, nope. Fuck no. I am not going to give my child a fucking energy drink. Hell no. It's prime hydration? So it's not an energy drink, it's like a Gatorade thing. Alright, that's a little better. I mean, granted, I don't trust Logan Paul's prime energy, no, his prime business anyway, because I don't trust Logan fucking Paul. But,
People that are making the lunch lease, are these the people that make Feastables, Congo brands? I'm wondering.
I know
Steiger's
Falcon.
role at the time isn't clear.
We
Since
watched
then,
that.
Donaldson and Prime co-created a Lunchable competitor called Lunchly. Steiger's LinkedIn account says he is also an owner of Lunchly. Yeah, so I think Congo Brands is the company that actually makes this stuff. During the exchanges about his beef with the burger chain, Donaldson wrote he signed a really fucked up deal and claimed he made up 60% of virtual dining concepts revenue. So Beast Burger was a big thing during the pandemic where they used ghost kitchens and they would just create, like Beast Burger, physical Beast Burgers. I don't know if they have any physical locations, but like you could get Beast Burger from a whatever restaurant. And he was complaining that the quality wasn't good and they were using his likeness and all that. He said, without me, there's no company. So they will sue instantly to keep me in line. He wrote to Steiger in March of 2023. Such a shame. 2 years of my life wasted. Here's a shortened version of the text exchange regarding that. I'm just never going to promote it again. Let it die. Yeah, he did. He like publicly. I mean, that right there was like, look, there's some drama.
I mean, yeah. Like, Beast Burger did just fucking die off. Like, when's the last time you guys heard about Beast Burger? I can't even remember. It's been years since I heard anything about Beast Burger. Like, it came on the scene, it exploded on the scene, and that everybody was like, this is the fucking McDonald's killer. And then it just died off. Like, almost immediately. That, yeah, I didn't follow it all that much because obviously it's not here, but I remember hearing about it when it, like, came onto the scene, and it was supposedly, like, a great burger, and it was gonna supposedly, like, run McDonald's and Burger King into the ground, and after that I heard nothing. I heard fucking nothing about it. So, he did just let it die.
Over the agreement with Beast Burger, licensing deal or whatever, and yeah, he might have signed a bad deal because he was a kid when he signed it, but he had like a full-on meltdown publicly and was like, yeah, I hate Beast Burger. Don't buy Beast Burger. Never buy Beast Burger. I freaking hate it. And he regrets the deal. Geez, sometimes people sign deals with people thinking that it's a good deal because they're lied to, and then they take the deal and then they find out that they're basically indentured servants. Right? Not that I would know anything about that. Not that it has anything to do with MrBeast. Anyway, yes, petulant child. Donaldson, I'm never going to promote it again. Let it die. Fuck those pieces of shit. They give me control. I'd make them rich. But instead, they hold me hostage and try to make me their bitch. MrBeast demanded complete control over the Beast games. And look what happened. Injuries, lawsuits.
Yep.
Amazon's not running it until God knows when. It's being called the Fire Festival. This is what happens when MrBeast is in charge of everything.
Yep.
Donaldson, nope, I have no control over Beast Burger. When I ask for it, they won't give it to me. I can't even change more than 10% of the menu every 6 months. Oh my God.
What? Okay. Mr. Donaldson. what experience do you have as a chef? Do you have a noted career in the culinary arts that would that would make sense for you to stick your ass into the menu of a restaurant? Because I'm guessing he doesn't. Like, no restaurateur, no businessman who is running a restaurant is going to let some kid, because he was a kid at the time, some kid just like take over the fucking menu when they don't know anything about culinary arts. So he's just fucking butthurt that he signed a contract that didn't allow him to make the money he wants or what have you. But there's a reason why restaurateurs don't just let some nobody, some person that has no clue how things work in the kitchen change the fucking menu. For fuck's sake, Gordon Ramsay made a whole goddamn series on Fox about this with Kitchen Nightmares, where you get restaurateurs making menu items that made no fucking sense because they don't work in a kitchen. Exactly, Andrea. It's like letting Homer design a car. It's the same fucking principle. The piece? Yeah, and essentially. Oh, Leo, don't even get me started about that. That was insanity. And so was the aftermath.
God, guys, I can't control Beast Burger. I just licensed my name out, and this is what they did. Yeah, he threatened to shut them down publicly. He's gonna die death by 1,000 cuts. The Beast empire is going to crumble.
Yep.
And now, do I think he's going to be toast? For a while, I think he's going to be toxic. I think a lot of people are going to be hesitant to go into business with him. I think what'll probably happen is he'll probably do a Logan Paul, and he'll lay low for a while, and then he'll try to reinvent himself. I don't know. I think he'll wind up becoming like a podcaster or something. That's and he's not going to make nearly as much money as he's making peddling shitty food to kids. Just my opinion. I'm going to wrap it up. Please subscribe. We'll talk later. Join the reef. Go to clownfishminus.com. That's clownfishminus.com. You will get exclusive access to podcasts and videos and comic strips and more, as well as merch discounts. Check it out. If you were a member, you could get this t-shirt, this dismal t-shirt on our website. You'd get a 10% discount on that. You can also join in the community on clownfishminus.com. Thank you so much for the support.
I do think Neon is partially correct, where he says that, like, this is going to be, MrBeast is going to be toxic for a little while, and he might try to do a reinvention of himself. The difference is if he actually if anything comes about from, like, the FBI investigation, that's something he might not be able to recover from. Or if people suddenly start filing lawsuits. Because usually when shit like this starts becoming public, that's when the lawsuits start coming in. And I don't think I've heard about any lawsuits yet, but I have a feeling they are coming.